Hey everybody, it's Good Time Gal. If you have gotten to this video, you are in my candied oranges and lemons video. That's right. Today we are making candied orange peels. It is a national holiday. Candied orange peels originate from the very beginning when little children wanted something sweet. Since the beginning of time, kids have wanted candy. And since the beginning of time, parents have made sure to deliver on that promise. So a lot of people are like, wait, what? So candied fruit peels is a delicate, easy procedure to do, right? Yesterday, I decided to do it with my lemons from my strawberry shortcake. And remember, that's what Good Time Gal is about. It's about food equity and sustainability. And how we do that is we recycle, we reduce, we reuse. So there's a circle. So the lemon, that little squish you saw me do for my strawberry shortcake, I actually used the rinds and I made candy. Yep, we made candy. So came out beautifully. The rest of the lemon that I did not use, I went ahead and made my mother's Southern lemonade, and that was drank in an hour. So that didn't last long. So I really liked how these came out because they're just so wonderful. Look how beautiful they are. So now I want to try it with the oranges. So this will also go into tomorrow's video, which is me making vanilla pudding from scratch. And guess what? They want you to use as a topping. Yep. Orange peels, lemon peels make a really great topping for the vanilla pudding that we're going to be making tomorrow. So yes, I am so excited to show you guys this. I'm not going to lie to you. This will probably be harder than the soufflés, harder than the biscuits from scratch, and harder than our hand pies and our empanadas, but it will be well worth it. And the reason I say that it's harder is because, again, you're only using sugar, water, and the slices. And so it's really important that you follow the blog post on goodtimegal.blog. And once you get it, you want to make sure that you continue to just monitor it delicately. So we will get started. This is going to take us, are you ready? This can take anywhere from 8 hours. So yes, yesterday I started this at like 2 o'clock, and they just now turned into hard candy. See, they just now turned into some really lovely candy. So that's the point of this, is that you gotta be very precise, but it's gonna take a long time, and that's okay. So let's get started. Our ingredients are 3 nicely sized oranges, a wire rack, a half cup of water, we're saving that for later, a full cup of sugar, and this is just something that I like to do, so I have it on hand. This is for when we begin to boil out the bitterness of the oranges, but I like to keep a bowl of really cold water. Yes. Once we start, it'll make sense. Some of you may prefer to peel your oranges. I prefer to cut them. So I usually just cut the ends off. I'm gonna use these as well, but I like to start like that. And then I just yep. For some of you watching, I'm pretty sure you're like, you know, your hairstyle changes quite a lot. And I know in my past career, my hair would change, but it would be different colors, but it'd be the same style or the same length. And I want everybody to understand something, that I wear my hair for me now. And also, I just like to have spice, right? I like to spice that up by diversifying my hairstyles. But I'm also doing something that I've never done, and that's living my best authentic life. And I really urge all of you who are watching, live your best authentic life, because it's your life. No one else can live it. Those decisions that you make, they're not going to affect anybody else but you. So no, that's it. And I always like to tell people, especially people from my past, like, if you are laughing at me right now, you're making fun of me, like, ugh, she's doing cooking, ugh, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. How sad are you that you don't want people to evolve and grow into other things? Yeah. I don't think about it like, oh, well, oh, no, I think about it as in you're not evolved, because people grow, people change. And if anything, if someone is doing something that can contribute a positive vibration in the entire world, because that's what food equity is about, I don't know what's funny. You know? So no, that's just my little 2 cents. So yes, the hairstyles will change, but one thing won't change is me, because this is just my authentic self right now. I've just kind of had it with the fake life, right? Everybody thought they knew who I was. Everybody painted me as a caricature, and they never really got to know the real me. So if you want to get to know the real me, keep watching, because you're going to see this. You're going to see this inventive, tenacious, ambitious, likable, funny, not stuck up. I'm stuck up and I'm cold. And the truth was, y'all, I had kids. I was trying to do some stuff. Oh, I think that's my favorite, is that I'm stuck up. Like, when I tell my kids that I'm stuck up, they laugh. They're like, you, the person who helps homeless people? I'm like, yeah, you know. But I think that's all about perspective, right? For some people, you may seem stuck up. And for other people, you may seem super down to earth and super chill. But staying true to yourself, that's the biggest win. All right, you guys are like, where are the oranges going? I'm gonna make a nice sangria for myself later. And that's where those oranges are going. So now that I've got the rinds, I like to just do it like this. I like to lay them like it's a line, right? Doesn't have to be fancy schmancy. You just working, and then I just chop. Make them as thin as you like, make them as thick as you like. You can keep the white part on, the white part, the rind part. Oh, it's so delicious when it's candied, but it doesn't matter. What matters is you're doing it. Yeah, I heard a rumor that I was too broke to go to the conventions, but I always tell people, if you check out my Instagram, it wasn't that I was broke. I was at I was at the Ice Capades for Monsters Inc. or at the Ice Capades for Little Mermaid. So yes, I'll take that. I was broke, but I was rich in spirit. No, I just have different priorities. My priorities are the people in my life, not work. So I'm a very private person when it comes to work. So this is a different type of work, because I am not private. I like to share all of my recipe goodness with you guys. Every chef has a favorite knife, and this little baby is my favorite. We did it. All right. Now that they're cut up, make sure that they are separated evenly, wonderfully, all that good stuff. Yep. So now we're going to start on the second part. This is the delicate part that we were talking about. So I have my bowl of very cold water, and I have not turned on the burner yet. Don't turn on the burner yet. So you put your oranges in. We are boiling out the bitterness so that it becomes a candy. So I'm using this tea glass. I'm gonna dip into my cold water and I'm gonna submerge the oranges. So that means I want water over them. One more. Okay. And I'm gonna let this boil 3 different times in sets of 8 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. I'm going to boil this 3 times in 8-minute intervals, but I'm gonna do it exactly like I just did it. I submerge them in cold water, I boil them for 8 minutes, I strain them, and I repeat 2 more times. This is important, or you're gonna have bitter candy. And you want it on a medium heat. You don't want it to be too hot because it'll boil too fast and it won't actually get the bitterness out. My oranges are boiling, so my first batch is ready. And I put this right here so you can see it. I usually do this in the sink, okay? And just let it boil a little more. Just want it a little more. I'm gonna keep gently making sure that all the pieces are submerged in the boiling water. And now I have this one and a strainer because I like to. Now I'm going to go cool this pan off and we're going to repeat the process, okay? Okay, my pot, cool. Put it back. Pour back the oranges. And they're a little hot, so watch your fingers. I'm going to pour the cold water. Again, right? You see how they are fully submerged? And then we start over. After this, we've got 1 more boil to go. You're doing good. Let's do it. I'm just repeating. I'm gonna cool this off, and then this is our last. More cold water to submerge. This is our last round, and then after this, we get to the sugar part. You're doing great. Our last and final boil. Let's do it. I'm I'm gonna set these orange slices aside. And I'm gonna use the same pan. I'm gonna add the sugar, 1 cup of sugar, then half a cup of water. And we want the sugar. Sugar looks like this. See it, it's a coaty, nope, we want it to get clear. And it will in just a minute. Slowly stir using a spatula or something plastic so that the metal and the sugar don't react to each other. I'm getting there. It's almost clear. And my sugar is pretty translucent. It doesn't have to be super clear, but you want it to be at least the look of like a cloudy water, but not too cloudy. So now that I have that, I'm going to add the oranges. And I'm gonna have to coat the oranges by just folding it. Remember that, our favorite thing to do? Our favorite thing is to fold. And I'm gonna keep folding until I feel like every bit of that. And then I'm gonna gently pat it down to make sure all of my oranges get in the sugar mixture. Now this is when it gets crazy. And I know you're gonna go, what? Me boiling that 3 times to get the bitterness out wasn't crazy? No, it wasn't. You're gonna put this on low and you're gonna let it simmer for 45 minutes to an hour. Yep, that's crazy. And we'll see how it comes out then. Okay. The 45 minutes to an hour mark is over. So now our candied oranges have one more thing to do, and that is for them to sit on this wire rack, and they will be there for 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours, because you want them to come out. Remember, we did our lemon, so they want to come out like this. They will, okay? So I'm gonna just, and you'll see them. Yep, they're beautiful candied. Beautiful candied oranges. I have a little Cuisinart glove, so I can go ahead and move these around without burning myself, because you want to make sure that they are evenly spaced and distributed so that they can have that wonderful candy glow and they will not stick together. Because once it hardens, you're gonna be like, whoa. So I'm just gonna make sure everything is even, make sure nothing is laying on top of anybody, because again, we want them all to individually be pieces. Yes, these gloves come in handy. These are my grilling gloves. Sometimes if I don't have my oven mitt handy, I use these. And then I like to also just add a little more sugar on top, just so that they get that candy sugar feel. And I'll let you see a close-up of one of them, okay? Yep. You did that. We made candied oranges. I am so proud of you. You will get to see these in the next video. So from my kitchen to yours, happy Candy Orange Day. Well, everybody, that's all the time we have. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Happy Candied Orange Day. I hope you had as much fun making these as I did. If you need any further help, please feel free to reach out to me. I have no problem helping you out. If you would like to try some more recipes, feel free to click on my channel description and go through those wonderful cooking aids. Or you can go to Amazon and purchase my cookbook, Good Time Gal Cookbook. Once again, thanks so much for stopping by, and happy cooking.